Well, the commuter train just arrived in a town called Nynashamn. It's about 60 kilometers south of Stockholm, where I'm going to catch the ferry later today to Poland. I think it's almost right at the ferry terminal because I can see something that looks like a ship. Not a boat. This is a real ship. Well, I got directions to the boat, and as I'm walking along this road, I'm reminded that I saw this before. I've not been here before, but I saw another YouTuber named Steve Marsh do this exact same walk. He's very good at these videos, by the way. In fact, after I made the reservation on this ferry, I ran across his video on YouTube. So I have a pretty good idea of what the boat's going to be like, what the trip is like, at least from his perspective. But it's funny that I'm retracing someone else's steps that I've already seen do this trip. So I'm checked in, and in keeping with tradition, I'm early. This time 3.5 hours early. The boat doesn't even open. The boat is here, I think. There's a giant ship right outside this window. I can't take a picture of it though because it's too big and it's right near the building I'm in. But the doors to board the boat don't even open until 5 p.m. So I'll be here for at least 3 hours before, maybe 2.5 hours before. Well, this is my cabin on the boat. I think there's supposed to be another person in here with me, but I'm not really sure about that. I booked a 2-person cabin because that was the only kind of cabin they had, or the smallest one. They didn't have any 1-person. So I booked a 2-person, and I think when I do that, I get a roommate for the night. But I'll know in a little while. A full-length mirror for when I put my tuxedo on later for dinner. Well, I feel like I'm in an amusement park right now. I've never been on any boat or any kind of vehicle like this. Once I found the disco, I knew everything was going to be all right. I'm looking at the front of the boat now. I don't know what that dome is. Maybe that's the disco. I noticed at the snack bar they do have electronic payments, so at least I won't go hungry while I'm on the trip. And I think part of my ticket price includes breakfast, but I'm not sure about that either. It's been so long since I made the reservation that I really forget what I reserved for. It's past 18 hours. So we should have left already, but I think we're still sitting here at the dock. I'm not sure what this boat feels like when it pulls out. I mean, does he burn rubber or something like that? You can feel it vibrating though. There is a little bit of a rumble that goes along with everything. Well, you can see that we're moving. We're not peeling out, that's for sure. Well, I found out what those 2 big fins are. They're actually smokestacks. There's diesel smoke coming out of them. And so begins 18 hours across the Baltic. I know I'm going to get bored with this sooner or later, but right now, this is probably the most exciting thing I've done all year. Forget where I am on the boat. I forget where the stairs are, and I end up wandering corridors and They call it gangways. Notice the nautical lingo. Well, now that I know where the disco is, you know where I'm going to be. Well, if you're paying attention, you can sort of tell I'm not on the boat anymore. I was going to film the docking procedure, but there's so much going on at one time on the boat when they're pulling into the dock and everybody's checking out. And all the people that came in cars are getting ready to get the cars off the boat. There's just too much going on. So I didn't have time to go out to the deck, do some recording, and then also pack up and get out of my cabin. Right now I'm in Gdansk. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm way too early to check into my hotel. So I dropped off my bag and I'm just wandering around the neighborhood, trying to figure out whether or not I should get actual cash, Polish zlotys. I didn't need any cash at all in Stockholm. Everything was credit card with Apple Pay. It was very convenient. I enjoyed it. And I'm hoping that Poland is the same way. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.